Hello, all of my gorgeous, stunning, beautiful little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. You guys, today's pick a card reading and psychic prediction is all about your love life during the month of December. And while this pick a card tarot reading is focused on love, I will shortly be uploading your December horoscopes where each sign receives its very own December prediction. So watch out for that within the next couple days of me publishing this video. But as mentioned, this reading isn't general, it's specific to your love life and what's going on romantically for you during the month of December. And in order to help you figure out precisely what's coming towards you, what to look out for, and who you can potentially expect to come towards your love life in December, I have prepared these 4 groups for you to choose from, and I would like you to pick one of these 4 groups intuitively. And before I introduce you to these 4 groups and then get straight into the readings, I have a really exciting announcement to make. If you were ever watching any of my videos and thought to yourself, man, I wish Vanessa could read the cards for me and I could ask her questions and explain to her precisely what situation I'm in. Well, this is your lucky day because I have decided to clear my schedule on the 1st of December in order to provide you guys with the opportunity to get tarot readings, life coaching, and also business advice if you would like to build a business the way I have or print your own tarot and oracle decks. You will be able to ask me all and any of the burning questions that you have either via Google Meets or Zoom on the 1st of December. If you would like to book a personal one-on-one live session with me, go to my website bowlife.com, click the one-on-one session tab, simply open up the calendar and you will see all of the available slots on the 1st of December. This is the first and so far only day on which I'm going to be offering these one-on-one readings. So if you've always wanted to book a private session with me, this is your chance. I will also leave the link in the description box, and I would recommend that you book your time slot ASAP because you guys know I live in Switzerland, so with the time difference, the best time slots for your country and your area may be limited. So yeah, you guys, don't say I didn't tell you so, and I can't wait to have my first one-on-one sessions with you guys on December 1st. So go secure your time slot now, and I'll catch you during our private reading session. All right, you guys, coming back to the 4 groups that I've got prepared for you, they are as follows. Group number 1 corresponds to the Howlite crystal. Group number 2 corresponds to the black obsidian crystal. Group number 3 corresponds to the Celestine crystal. And group number 4 corresponds to the Smoky quartz crystal. And as usual, the timestamps to all 4 of these groups can be found below in the description box as well as pinned to the top of the comment section. I will now provide you with a little moment of privacy. Feel free to meditate on the 4 groups and pause the video right here if you need a little longer. I do always recommend that you go with whichever crystal and number that you first intuitively felt drawn towards. Try not to overthink it or put pressure on yourself. The group that you choose will inevitably have essential messages within it for you. So I will be getting into the readings with the first group, which corresponds to the Howlite crystal. So if this is a group that you chose, then simply continue watching. And to all of my other beautiful groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamp. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your December love prediction. Now, you chose the Howlite crystal to help guide you. Let me just give you a little close-up of the crystal of your choice. This is the gorgeous Howlite. I just love how marble-esque it looks like, and you may have also felt drawn to the external appearance of this stone. And unbeknownst to you, this is actually a very calming as well as alleviating kind of stone. If you've been feeling any pressure and anxiety, this is a great stone for you to have chosen, especially in regards to love. So let's get into it. You guys, I'm so excited about my one-on-one live reading sessions. I can't wait for December 1st. So if you didn't catch it during the intro, yes, you guys are able to receive live readings from me on December 1st. So all of the info for that is below in the description box. But we have one card that popped right out of the pile for you, group number 1. And guess what? We had the devil. The devil may make you feel a little nervous. You may instinctively think, oh my goodness, Vanessa, what does this mean for my love life? Well, I just want you to know here that what's happening is the fact that anything that isn't for you in December will be revealed, okay? It shows here that we've got some sort of like violence, some sort of pettiness, and there is someone who's secretly been a little devil, okay? And we need to bring this to light. We need to reveal this because we don't want you stepping into 2024 with a lover or a love life that is just not even serving you, or that is actually in the long term going to be harmful. So anything that is like DV, anything that is just not meant for you, we're getting rid of it. And I see that here within the Five of Wands as well, okay? It shows there's like an internal fight because on one hand, you know what's right for you and you know what you want, romantically speaking. And then on the other hand, it feels like there's a lot of competition, right? It feels like everybody is pretty, everybody is attractive, everyone is getting money, everyone is educated. And it's like there are so many ways in which we are made to feel inferior by seeing this all across social media. How many people are winning and pretty and attractive. And on one hand, you know you deserve the best, but then on the other hand, you may have settled for bare minimum in the past because you were in a way worried that there was scarcity, or in a way maybe you didn't think that you could find better or find someone again, because after all, it can feel as though there is almost this race for the remaining good individuals and good partners out here. So I totally get you, but try to escape from this scarcity mindset and remind yourself that if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, behaves like a duck, it's a duck and not meant to be your future husband, spouse, or partner. Next up here, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is actually a super favorable card for December when it comes to anything with the earthly realms, your money, your family, your time. I want you to know here that it definitely shows family matters, and family is going to feel strong and give you so much support during the month of December, which will remind you like, hey, I really don't need to settle for anyone's kind of low budget experiences. And the Ten of Cups is almost like an entrance, like a segue into 2024 being a high value year for you, romantically speaking. You've been on the struggle bus. You've even, dare I say, helped people out from the gutter who ended up being ungrateful, backstabbing you, showing you their true colors when you literally did everything you could for them and you never would have treated them badly. But I just want you to know here that karma doesn't play, and you are one of the universe's favorites. You're one of God's favorites, okay, group number one? And this is being reflected in the Ten of Coins, especially as soon as you leave all of these dusties behind and the people who are bare minimum, the people who are only happy when they're above you. Next up, we've got the Nine of Cups. This card is also known as the wish card of the tarot, and actually it shows victory and success. Romantically speaking, as long as you dodge the bullets of exes that come back and situationships that are trying to sell themselves to you in December as though they're the prize when they're not and they never will be, I want you to just to know here that you will have a very refreshing and successful December, staying away from any kind of half-ass people. And here within the Nine of Cups, we've got satisfaction, sitting there thinking to yourself that you're proud that you didn't fall for some of these mind games that people play out here, and for some of these people that you may have believed in the past, but you know better now, and you know that actions speak louder than words. It doesn't matter how often someone says to you that they love you or they care about you, you want to see them actions. And if the actions don't align with what they're trying to say to you, you're going to go with the actions. You're going to go with what is actually transpiring. And the moment you stop chasing, and also you stop even overthinking a situationship and someone that you're maybe interested in and you're getting mixed signals from, that is the moment you enter freedom and them actually chasing you. I see here within the Seven of Diamonds that at your workplace there is somebody who sees you as a hotshot, as someone who has a really amazing, huge career ahead of them. And overall, they are really impressed by how far you've gotten up until this point. And the Seven of Diamonds just also shows this here. Like in December, you are really focused on your career and your grind, and honestly speaking, also your finances. Because to you, you've done the situationships, you've helped people out when they were down, you've tried to build people up, and you are noticing and realizing that often it's not even worth it because a lot of people don't even appreciate it. They actually, weirdly enough, resent you when you were there for them when they were in the worst situation of their lives. And here in the King of Crystals, now we're getting a very clear picture of what we don't want. And what we don't want is this King of Fire signs. The suit of crystals corresponds to the element of fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's a no for us for group number 1 during the month of December because you have just caused a lot of trouble. Having your big 3 in the fire signs, you're just not it. Okay, so any kind of Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, they are not here to stay, and they're just, honestly, they are too forceful. They are too aggressive for you, group number 1. It is not your person, and them showing up in reverse actually shows them leaving your life. And you guys, I can vouch for that. And for me, it wasn't a fire sign. It was a different, really toxic sign that left my life. And as soon as they did so, I got so many opportunities that came into my life, like work opportunities. I had so many more sales on Bow Life, so many more bookings, so many more things going on that propelled me forward in my mission, which is to grow and establish a brand that helps people all around the world. I want to continue to make content that is supportive to people. So sometimes really you're just dragging around someone's negative downward spiral energy without even noticing how badly it's impacting your own grind and your own flow. So that is why Spirit wanted to immediately address this. And the Devil and the Five of Wands, you may have thought, oh my God, my reading is already starting off so dramatic. It's already kind of starting off with a lot of this difficult, intense vibe, but it's actually just to tell you, clear that stuff. Don't bring any unwanted energies or energy vampires with you at all in December or into 2024, and see how things flourish. See how a lot of things that you prayed and wished for come to life. And that's actually what the Nine of Cups represents. It is known as the wish card, and your manifestations becoming a reality. So really just having like contentment in all areas of life, being victorious and feeling as though, okay, now I'm really doing things. Now I've really hit the ground running. Ooh, 10 of Cups, group number 1. We are on fire once we don't accept the bare minimum anymore. 10 of Cups. That is like literally the best card when it comes to love. Look at these two. They are in love. The number 10, fulfillment. Okay, we have the last card of this suit, numerically speaking. So having the 10 of Cups show up for December, it shows us here that you will enter 2024 feeling in love, feeling infatuated, thinking, oh my God, did I just find the one? Okay, that is the type of energy we've got for you here, group number 1. Feeling like you are being respected, like love is being reciprocated, and overall just satisfaction. So it's crazy how quickly things can turn around when you let go of the people who are only happy when they're stressing you out. Group number 1, not to continue to tell you that, but I really don't want you to leave this reading and not get rid of any dusties or people who are giving you bare minimum. Okay, I want you to leave this reading knowing that when you think of how someone doesn't buy you flowers, doesn't plan dates, doesn't check in on you every single day, and isn't emotionally mature, like you can do so much better than that. I know sometimes when you've been with someone and you feel like you don't have other options, it can feel almost more scary to be alone or confront your own attachment issues than to just leave the toxic situationship or relationship. But trust me, life outside of that is so much better. Life outside of that is so fantastic, and you won't look back. You'll think to yourself, I'm so glad I didn't waste more time, because I've never heard anyone be in a relationship they were unsure about and think, oh, I wish I would have stayed longer. A lot of people always wish that they would have left earlier. And this is also why I want to offer these one-on-one consultations, the live ones that I spoke to you guys about. And doing this for the first time on December 1st, I'm so excited because I know a lot of you also always have questions about love. And I want to be here to be your big sis, to encourage you, to give you the strength to make decisions for you and to put yourself first so you can, in the end, be as happy as you deserve to be. I mean, 10 of Cups energy, group number 1, there's no denying there's some good stuff coming towards you. Next up, we've got the Strength card. Now, the Strength card shows us here that in December, by no means are you going to give any kind of petty energy back to the sender. Of course, you can just hit return to sender when someone is being mean or petty, but you don't even do that. You, first of all, don't even let people, exes and people who you're letting go of, phase you at all. Second of all, you also do not allow for any petty family members during family get-togethers to make you feel like you are behind because you're not in a committed long-term relationship that has resulted in marriage and children, for example. You know, you have this inner strength and calm and knowingness that you're on the right path and you're doing what's right for you. And you literally are not even going to waste your breath on anyone who you can tell is just petty and trouble, because it's not worth it to you. You're so content with yourself. You don't need to justify any of your life decisions. And I see here within the Four of Cups that there will be some family gatherings or some dinners in December that will make you feel a little bit alone, and not in a bad way. You will actually be content in your separateness from the other people, because while a lot of people may tend to gossip or may tend to kind of complain a lot, you have grown out of that season in your life and you don't even participate. Like, even when people are complaining about their love life, complaining about things in general, you just take a step back, group number 1, because you're just not that person. You just don't see any need to discuss anything or complain about something just for the sake of it, rather than, for example, to be solution oriented. And there's a huge difference between just gossiping and discussing problems in order to find solutions. So next up, we've got Obscurio. So I want you to know here that December will also bring a revamp of yourself internally, but you will go through a couple days in December where you're just like, who is she? Why am I such a savage now? Like, it's like that Ariana Grande song, you know, where she says, been through some sad-ish, I should be a sad bee. Who would have thought it turned me to a savage? Okay, so that's the kind of vibe that I get here for you in Obscurio, and also like a little bit of divine, super dark feminine kind of energy, stepping into your dark feminine era where really you're just not tolerating BS from anyone anymore. And doesn't matter whether you identify as male or female, we've got a lot of dark femininity coming from Obscurio. And next up, we've got the Dulcis, which shows us here that you see life beyond a golden cage. So I mentioned to you earlier how sometimes in a world where dating, infidelity, and switching out partners seems so easy because you can just do it with one swipe, basically, it can sometimes make us feel like, oh, well, if we already have someone who's not necessarily like cheating every day, but they don't really fulfill all our needs, well, you know, maybe it's worth settling. Like, if you've ever been in that situation where you're like, okay, this person is terrible, but at least they don't cheat, or at least they're not hitting me, or at least, you know, fill in the blank, whatever your non-negotiable would be. The bar is so low. The bar is in hell, group number 1. And I do see here that you have realized how you have been a part of a very low bar for yourself and elevating that. no longer feeling as though it is okay for you to lower your bar for anyone. And yeah, we've got Victor. I mean, do I need to even elaborate too much? Look at the pose, look at the energy, look at the vibes, group number one. You can see what this is about. This is about confidence. This is about victory. This is about choosing yourself. And if anyone isn't okay with it, or if anyone can't handle it, they can just leave, okay? For lack of better way to say it, they can piss off. Victor definitely shows me here that you are not anyone's maid, you're not anyone's doormat, and you are snatching in love during the month of December. It is princess treatment or nothing. It is queen treatment, or you can get straight out of here. And because you are so much more decisive than you used to be, and not taking any crap from anyone, you are also attracting really high value, high caliber people who come to you effortlessly. And surprise, surprise, we've got the Two of Cups, which universally, no matter what tarot deck that you're using, the Two of Cups is a card of romantic love. It is a runner-up here with the Ten of Cups. These are the two best cards when it comes to love. You received both of these in your reading for December, group number one. Don't get it twisted. While love may have seemed lukewarm or like a challenging thing up until this point, no, no, no. December is your month. December is a month of being adored, of having options, and of taking the trash out, okay? King of Crystals, you've got to go. And the best part is, if they don't chase you, if they don't try to get you back, then the trash just took itself out. Then they just dealt with it by themselves. They actually freed up any extra work or energy that you would have had to expend to get rid of their bare minimum butts. Okay, so group number one, I'm proud of you for the leveling up. It suits you. It is divinely attractive on you. And I definitely see like you're stepping into your I deserve greatness era. And if you're not treating me at least as well as I'm treating myself, then we've got a problem. Okay, Houston, we have got a huge problem that we are going to deal with. So group number one, I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that you found it insightful. Don't forget to leave a lion emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here. And also, don't forget to book your one-on-one slot with me on December 1st. That's the only day that I'm going to be offering this, the only day in 2024 that this has been possible. And also, depending on what time zone you're in, competition for a time slot may be fierce. So don't say I didn't tell you so, and make sure that you head on over to Bow Life. If you would like a one-on-one session with me, it can be reading the cards for you, helping you, and coaching you through challenging life situations, and also setting you up for the year 2024. I am simply here to divinely guide and support you with my tools. So group one, thank you for being here and for spending this divine time and space with me. And I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, group number two, and welcome to your December 2023 Love Life predictions, the final Love Life readings of this year. You chose the black obsidian crystal to help guide you, and this is a stone that is truly liberating when it comes to any unwanted, toxic, or negative energies. So if you have this sort of feeling that a toxic ex may try to make a comeback, a narcissistic one, you know, one of those exes who always want to play the victim card, yeah, we're protecting ourselves from that, group number two. And we're getting straight into this reading to see what else is coming towards your love life, because all of these people who didn't appreciate you and put enough effort into keeping you when they had the chance, snooze, group number two, we are not even entertaining them. Here I can see within the Three of Swords, we've got heartbreak. I mean, we're just talking about how we're not even entertaining these crusties and dusties. There you go. Their chest hurts. They've got heart pains. They can't sleep at night. They're wondering why at one point they could treat you so poorly and you would always come back, and now all of a sudden you're not with it anymore. They're like, have I lost my powers over this person? Is there a reason behind this? Are they with someone new? And I just want you to know here that while this may seem like a really dramatic, difficult card, I mean, as we're talking about people that we're shielding ourselves from and that we're we're absolutely not allowing back into our space, I would say this is a really good card to show up. Let their chests hurt. Where were they when your chest was hurting? Exactly, group number 2, exactly. Moving on, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, just in time for us to move on to better things. The Knight of Pentacles is a card that represents earth signs that are practical, generous, and here to spoil you. The Knight of Pentacles, that could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But as I said, one that's generous, not one of the stingy earth signs, okay? This is the kind of person riding into your life on this black horse, so to say. And I want you to know here that this is somebody who is very responsible. There's someone who isn't too wild, okay? They may almost seem a little boring until you get to know them, but then you realize they're just more of a shy person. They're a little introverted, and they absolutely cannot stand overindulgence. Like, they love to just live a simple life, but spoil the people around them. So when it comes to themselves, they may cheap out, but when it comes to their loved ones, especially like their girlfriends, their partners, I just want you to know, like, the Knight of Pentacles is where it's at for you. And ooh, we also got the King of Pentacles. All right, so this person who's interested in you, romantically speaking, they start off as the Knight, group number 2. Okay, so they start off writing in here as the Knight, and they're like, okay, I can impress this person. I can make this person feel special. But then they're like, oh, okay, the standards are raised here. I need to lift myself up to the King of Pentacles as well. They will see that you are not here to play. You have done the bare minimum, crusties and dusties. You have had your fair share of heartache and pain and situationships and just overall things you didn't deserve. So they're like, wow, she really makes me want to be a better person. And I'm just saying she because I know from my analytics, most of you guys identify as women, but everyone is welcome here. So please apply the pronouns that you desire. But yeah, he's like, she is not playing. Like, she has leveled up and she sees straight through my attempts to see how far I can go or how much I can kind of lower the bar. And that doesn't make this a bad person. It doesn't make this person someone who is unsafe. I think as humans, we all test the limits automatically and naturally. Even babies do this to see how far that they can go with someone. So obviously when it comes to dating and relationships, there's always a little bit of this test phase where you want to see, okay, how much BS is someone going to tolerate from me before they either tell me to stop it or I can just kind of tell that they're not with it. So I definitely see here the intent was good, but the growth and the intent after meeting you and your needs is even better, okay? So group number 2, you're doing things right when it comes to love in December, and you're following through on your self-love and self-worth journey, and you also understand that if someone cannot meet your needs or someone is just being really bare minimum vibes, you're just asking the wrong person because you're no longer looking at it as a reflection of your worth or your value. You're just saying to yourself, if I were wildly in love with someone, how would I behave? How far would I go to make sure they stay in my life and that I don't lose them? Exactly. And you're not settling for anything less than that type of energy that you would give to yourself. Next up, the Ace of Cups is actually a card that shows new romantic beginnings, in case you didn't know. The meaning of this card is feeling joyful, feeling abundant, also fertility, feeling as though there is this sense of love, both from the external world as well as you giving yourself love on an internal level, and healing. That's what I see here in the Ace of Cups, healing the picture that you have of what relationship is worthy of you and what kind of person you should be with. Next up, we have got the Six of Pentacles. So because you are a generous person, you may actually decide during December to give out a lot of great relationship advice, even unsolicited advice, group number 2. And that's where you just got to be a little bit careful because not everybody wants unsolicited advice. But I can definitely see here that there is a friend in need that is definitely going to come to you in December for some of your time, maybe even financial support, and some words of wisdom when it comes to love. You're okay with it, you're giving, you're feeling generous. After all, it's also December and you want to do a good deed. And oh yeah, speaking about that, you guys, I am offering one-on-one readings. If you didn't catch it during the intro of my video, I usually do not offer lives via Zoom or Google Meets, but on December 1st, you can book a slot with me where I give you a personal tarot reading, life coaching, any type of advice that you may need, because we will be interacting with each other via Google Meets or Zoom, right? So you can ask me questions, you can explain your situation in great detail to me, you can give me feedback, and we can just do this all live while also connecting energetically. So if you're interested in that, this is the first time I've ever done that this year, or since the existence of even tarot for me. This is the first time I'm offering these live one-on-one meetings. So the link to that is below in the description box. And there is very limited availability since I'm only doing it on one day, which is December 1st. So make sure that you snag your spot if this is something that you don't want to miss. So let's move further into your reading. So we've got the Hermit reversed. Okay, come on, outgoing group number 2. You're coming out of your shell here, and when it comes to love, that's really serving you. You're putting yourself out there, but not necessarily like signing up to a lot of dating apps or anything like that. You are solo dating. You are going out there into the world, either by yourself or meeting friends, and putting yourself in favorable positions to meet a new person. And the 7 of Diamonds shows that because you are put together, you're elegant, you're poised, and when it comes to your career, things are going well too. You are naturally drawing very, very successful guys and girls to you. People who see a lot of value in the energy that you bring to the table and who want a little more of you in their lives. So the Ace of Cups and the 7 of Diamonds definitely shows us here that when it comes to love, there are people who want to grow with you, who really want to build a life together. And the 2 of Crystals shows us that you've got to decide, right? We have the King of Pentacles, which we already spoke about. And if you want to enter a life with someone who is very serious about commitment, just know that some of these solo dates and only kind of planning for yourself, that is going to be over, potentially forever. And the 2 of Crystals shows that December is a time for you to decide. It's a time for you to either embark on your next serious relationship journey with this person who graduates from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles because they're realizing, wow, you are not going to tolerate any kind of BS, disrespect, or bare minimum behavior, and that they really need to step it up with you. And they'll happily and gladly do that because they like to be challenged, and being someone's dream person, they will want to step up for you. They will want to be better for you. And that's what I can see here for you during December. I also just want to add a specific sign in from Spirit. Okay, so we have Sagittarius energy as well. So Sagittarius energy is fire sign energy. Sagittarius is important in your love life during the month of December. And Sagittarius is enthusiastic, passionate, and that is where you're going to have to decide, okay, do I do Sagittarius or do I do someone who is an earth sign? I personally would say the earth sign is someone we have more information about up until this point. And the King of Pentacles sounds like a very good candidate for you, group number 2. But at the end, you're going to have to make up your mind and decide who you feel the most drawn toward. And I can see here in the Wheel of Fortune that it's really funny because you felt like you were chasing in the past, right? These exes, these people who just didn't amount to anything romantically speaking. It felt like you were doing the chasing. It felt like you were in your divine masculine. And that's so off-putting. That is just such a symbol of death, really, in any kind of relationship where the chasing is one-sided or it feels unnatural. And moving forward in December, it's like the roles are reversed again with the King of Pentacles, just how you like it, because you are not about being in your divine masculine. You can save that for your work commitments, but not for your relationships. Next up, we have got Justice. Oh, karma strikes, group number 2. Not to make you feel bad for anyone here, but you remember how we talked about exes or people who did you wrong, people who are like trying to make a comeback and it's just not it. Oh, karma has struck, and that's why they're trying to run back to you. So I see that what they were doing, they tried to find someone like you. They tried to replace you. Maybe you even heard someone say to you in the past that, oh, well, you know, I can find somebody better or just as good, or, well, I've leveled up every time, you know, all of these lame things that Dusties like to say. And here I can see with Injustice, it is just going to be a complete disaster. That's why they're trying to come back, and they love how you chased them. But the Two of Crystals, I mean, you're just not about that life. You've already chosen, you've already made up your mind that if there is a decision that you're for sure going to make from December onwards, is to never be with a low vibrational person again in a relationship that is one-sided. And the Six of Swords just shows an immense amount of growth for you, mentally speaking, that is really helping you create a type of love life that you're inspired by, that makes you proud, and that you just know is actually going somewhere, where you don't feel like every little argument or every situation escalates to the point of no repair, or you potentially even feeling like the relationship is breaking apart. So instead, we've got the Two of Cups, which is a very, very favorable card when it comes to love. Some say this is the best love card. And the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups shows us a new beginning, romantically speaking, in December for you. You're giving a new person a chance to build a connection with. You are feeling confident. You are feeling, in a way, also proud of yourself for not going back to toxic, unhealthy situations, and trusting that the best is yet to come, that there's nothing in your past that you're missing out on or that could in any way still serve you today. And that's because it can't, group number 2. If something was meant to be, and if someone truly wanted to make it work with you, you're a forgiving, kind, loving person. They could have, but instead they chose to lose you, and they should rest in that situation, because you are now giving the King of Pentacles, the absolute kind of generous king, the absolute protective king, the absolute hype king that is going to tell you how amazing you are every single day. You're giving this type of energy and individual a chance, and you will look back and be like, what did I even see in the person that couldn't even be kind to me? And group number 2, it's just December. I mean, you're on a whole nother level and vibe that changes your perspective about some of the things you did in the past. You may even feel a little bit of shame and embarrassment when you think about it, but it's fine, group number 2. We've all been there, done that, and felt embarrassed about some of the things we've done romantically speaking in the past. So just make sure that you stay on this train, because you're not making those same mistakes in the future. So group 2, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Do leave a little horse emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here and that you received this reading, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of my upcoming predictions. Hello, all of my beautiful souls of group number 3. What is up? We're going to get straight into your December love life readings. Lean back, relax, and enjoy. And don't worry whether you're in a relationship, situationship, or single. We will address everything that Spirit needs you to know for December. Now, you chose the Celestine crystal. It's also known as Celestite crystal. It's this gorgeous baby blue stone, and it forms out of blue crystals. It's composed of strontium sulfate, I believe it's called, and this crystal is said to increase your consciousness and higher understanding, if you will, and just make you more mindful of the things that are going on around you. So if you've been feeling like you need a crystal that just increases compassion for yourself especially, then this is the one, group number 3. But let's move into your reading to see precisely what's coming towards your love life, shall we? So first up, we've got the Queen of Swords. You are being very decisive, very clear, and setting rules and boundaries. If you're in an existing relationship, this may come as a shock to your partner because you're setting boundaries not just by saying, okay, this is what you want to do date-wise, this is how you want the relationship to be financially, this is how you want to be treated, but you're also like actually making changes, like doing decluttering, cleaning up and everything, and you want the people around you to join in, okay? And if you're in a situationship or you're single, the Queen of Swords definitely resonates with not putting up with words that don't match action. That is one thing that I see here in the Queen of Swords, okay? You are not going to just tolerate somebody playing mind games with you, somebody telling you all of these fabulous, loving, kind things, but then not even following through, like not even acting in accordance to it, actually doing the complete opposite. That is manipulation, group number 3, and you read all the books, you're not doing it. I see here in the 8 of Cups, you would rather be by yourself. So group number 3, your love life in December is all about choosing what's healthy for your mental space. Therapy bills, they rack up like that, and you know that none of these crusties and dusties are going to be paying for the damages that they've done, so you would rather not even give anybody the opportunity to wreak havoc in your life or to cause any kind of mental pain, anguish, or hurt. No, you are walking away. It doesn't matter how cute you are, how wealthy that you are, how charming you may be. All of that doesn't matter to you. What matters the most is that someone is a kind person and good for your mental health. It's like health over everything. That's what I see for December. And here, the 10 of Cups actually shows this is going to lead you to fulfillment. Can you see here being hand in hand, kind of with someone, like hugging them, holding them, having your little family, feeling fulfilled, everything like that. And the 10 of Cups shows here that there's like ecstasy, feeling a complete rush of happiness, joy, and abundance, and feeling like your whole heart is just so full that you made the right decisions and you truly believe that you deserve the best, and you will have all of your actions and words reflect that. December is a month of thinking long term. You're contemplating, okay, what do I want in 2024? What do I want for even the rest of my life? Do I really want to be with somebody who doesn't respect me or who doesn't follow through on the promises that they have made? And to you, it's just a no. You don't want that. You want everything, romantically speaking, that you would see in your favorite romance movie, okay? And you know it's out there, you know it's possible. You know, yeah, of course there will be tough times, but you also know that there are so many non-toxic people out here who are mature, who have figured out their relationship and attachment style, and with whom you're very compatible with. So the Queen of Crystals shows us that you would rather be independent than be unhappy. And this goes for all of you who have already been in relationships for a while, and those of you who are single. Like, just because you've been with someone for a long time does not warrant disrespect. It doesn't mean you are any more tolerant to something that isn't supposed to be in a relationship, or for bare minimum behavior. You would rather be by yourself because you know then at least you have your peace and you don't have to take care of another person as well. And the Queen of Crystals just shows us that that type of energy will attract you the partner that will bring you like tea to your bedside in the morning, who will spoil you in every way with words of affirmation, with acts of service, with gifts, with spending quality time together, and just being in this energy of the fact that your presence is enough. Truly believing it and standing by that. Group number 3, this is so potent, and this month is a month where people are realizing like, oop, if I mess up, if I overstep the boundary, like she's not playing, you know. And guys, I announced this during the intro, and if you didn't catch on to it, I am offering live one-on-one readings via Google Meet and Zoom. Yes, I know. It's never been done before. I have never offered this, but on December 1st, I am dedicating an entire day to just doing private one-on-ones with you guys. So doing predictions for you and making sure you receive all of the answers that you need in your tarot reading. We will be doing it with each other live. I will be pulling the cards, discussing it with you, and the best part is that we can discuss. You can tell me everything about your situation. It is completely confidential. What happens in your reading stays in your reading. And also you can of course ask me any kind of life advice and coaching questions that we will use tarot cards for, but I can also guide you through my own personal experiences. So make sure that you check that out. It's on my website where you can book your slot. Don't say I didn't tell you so, because there are limited spots available, because as I said, it's just one day I'm doing this, which is December 1st. There is no other day that this is available at this time. So make sure that you secure your spot if you've always wanted a live one-on-one session with me. So let's move further into it. We've got the 5 of Cups reversed. Okay, we are fully over hurt. We have healed up. So yeah, group number 3, what can I say? All of these things that you struggled with in the past, the pains, the hurts, and in a sense also feeling resentful towards some lovers and towards some fights that you've had with someone who meant a lot to you. You're letting go of it. Like December to you is a fresh start, and you don't want anything to hold power over you anymore that isn't even a part of your life. Now, the 9 of Swords shows me that in December, you know what, you are also having a tiny little love life crises where you're overthinking the future. The 9 of Swords shows here you are almost creating your own agony in a way, because your mind is just racing about what's going to happen for you in love. How are you going to deal with love? How are you going to do love? What if you end up alone? What if relationships don't last? That's what I see here in the 9 of Swords, that your picture perfect fairy tale can sometimes feel as though it is just fictional, because around us we also see a lot of people breaking up and a lot of relationships not making it. But the thing is, like, you just need to let the Knight of Cups ride into your life on this white horse. I mean, look at him. He is confident. He's got this little helmet with this little, like, you know, swiffy thing going on. He's on this gorgeous white horse. He's holding this chalice of emotions because he's connected to his emotions. He's not a little boy, he's a man. And I just want you to know here that when you meet the right person, potentially in December, you will think very differently about the success rate of love, and you will just see that, sure, on one hand, you know, statistics don't lie, like numbers don't lie. We see the divorce rates, they are not made up, but at the same time, not settling is often the answer, because a lot of people have settled for individuals they are not meant to be with. And then of course the end is near. And also with some of these feelings and things we see out there, like after 30, you know, it's hard, or you're kind of old, or however people like to portray it, it's not true. Group number 3, it is just so false, couldn't be further from reality. And actually, I believe a lot of people who wait or who take their time to pick their life partner end up actually being able to evade a divorce scenario, a scenario of a heavy breakup, a scenario of having kids with somebody that you don't want to be with. So know here within counterpoint that sometimes the things that the universe is forcing you to hold off on is actually a protection for you, is actually helping you to find the right person that you know you can really count on, and where even if you've got your back to them, you can trust them 1,000,000%. Because one thing about relationships and social media is that it isn't all what it seems. I mean, I literally just saw this one influencer's page or reel where you thought she had the dream life, and then she just posted something about how she left her ex-boyfriend, where she had all of these reels on yachts and in the most beautiful hotels and locations, and she said that he had a substance issue and that, you know, there was a lot of DV. You guys know I'm not allowed to say this here on YouTube. We'll leave that for Patreon. But there was a lot of DV throughout the relationship, and she left it because nothing is worth freedom and safety. So remember, here in Obscurio, there are a lot of demons, a lot of darkness that's going on behind closed doors that you would never think. Even next time you go to that Michelin star restaurant, next time you go to that fancy steak and lobster place, or, you know, whatever these places may be. You guys know I'm plant-based, so I just eat leaves everywhere I go. Whether you are in a basic restaurant chain or you're in a 5-star hotel, you know, that's the same thing. But what's being communicated here is that in a lot of these places and instances, things look so picture perfect on the outside, but it couldn't be more far from reality on the inside. So be grateful and thankful, group number 3, that in December you're not struggling with this huge discrepancy, but there are a lot of discrepancies around you that may make you feel like you are behind in love. And as already mentioned, you know, Knight of Cups, someone that's coming into your life that is interested and who does make you feel like, you know what, maybe this love thing could work out after all. So here I want you to know, in miracles and blessings, that just as we were talking about, everything has its gift, everything has its meaning, even if that means you have not found the one to settle down with yet. And even if you've been in a relationship for a long time and you aren't quite sure where it's going to lead, I just want you to know, group number 3, that every relationship, every connection is a lesson, and not every connection is meant to be forever. Some of them are also meant to be for a few years, and it's by far not a waste of your time. It is actually just teaching you more about yourself and more about the type of person that's worth spending your time on. But also, don't stay too long. Choose love, okay? Because you always have a choice. And group number 3, I understand this fully. When you've been in a relationship, maybe sometimes for years, you've got commitments, you've got pets, business things, life things, apartment leases, money, things just all tied and tangled up. It can feel like it would be an impossible task to leave or to split this up. Even, you know, if you're unhappy, you may even consider to yourself, well, maybe I can stick it out, maybe it's not that bad. Don't do that. That is not choosing love, because that is unloving towards yourself, group number 3, and you are being called to choose love towards you. You can get through it, trust me. I have been in such an entangled situation, you guys, and I managed to get out of it as well. And the most important thing is your health and that you're loving towards yourself. Because when you are in a relationship that isn't meant to be, and you are making that unloving choice of staying day in and day out, it will slowly chisel away at your confidence. It will slowly make you lose respect for yourself over time without you even realizing. It's like a little paper cut a day, and before you know it, like, you die a slow death by 1,000 paper cuts. You know what I mean? So group 3, know that no matter how much it feels like it's scary and difficult to get out, there is a way, and you are being called to choose love and to understand that anything that isn't loving towards you is not for you, because you are meant to be with someone who treats you just like this, who kisses your hand, who looks at you with complete adoration, love, and feelings that they can't describe, with butterflies in their stomach. And you can see the sincerity, you can see that they mean it, and even in their actions when they're mad at you or you're in an argument, they never change. They keep that same energy, they keep that same love. They always want to worship the ground that you walk on. Group number 3, nothing less than that. And the best option, okay, if you're looking to date, not all of you are, but some of you may be ready to do that. We've got this Knight of Cups, right, that we spoke about. This is a water sign. This is a Scorpio, a Cancerian, or actually Pisces. This is a person who is sensitive on the inside, they get emotional. They understand emotional intelligence. They understand how to court. They understand precisely what you need to feel safe. And so if you're looking to date December, pick the person who is very sensitive emotionally speaking, because sometimes you may think you've got options, but when you really look at how they make you feel, whether they just make you feel in a way excited and anxious, or whether you have a little bit of this calm, almost boring feeling, trust me, group number 3, go for the boring feeling. Go for the person that feels safe and where you're almost asking yourself, well, but are there enough butterflies? Trust me, being treated in a manner that is loving, that shows that you are cared for, that is what you deserve, and anything else, it's really not worth feeling the whole zoo inside your stomach, as in, you know, feeling anxiety because you're with somebody who keeps you in fight or flight. So group 3, the main takeaway for you is to choose emotional stability and security, emotional intelligence. Don't be afraid to walk away from something if it's not working out anymore, so you can actually find your forever person and forever situation. So the 8 of Cups is walking away, the 10 of Cups is fulfillment. And if you made it all the way to this part of the video, don't forget to leave a butterfly emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here. And you guys, don't say I didn't tell you so, and go and book your private reading slot with me, and I will see you on December 1st. So group 3, thank you for being here and for spending this time, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Smoky Quartz crystal point to help guide you through your December love life predictions, and I'm really excited to figure out precisely what's coming for your love life in December. So this stone, in case you didn't know, clears out any negativity and unwanted energies, which is maybe precisely what you were going for in December, so you can prep yourself for the year 2024 as effectively as possible. So let's get into your reading, group number 4. First up, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. All right, this showed up upright, which shows us luck, success, as well as, well, good fortune coming towards you during the month of December. And I want to just put this right here with your crystal because, as mentioned, this is a cleansing crystal. This is a crystal that brings you good energies, and this is what we've got in the Wheel of Fortune too. So December is already looking favorable for you. That's the overall vibe, because they say the first card that you pull is the most meaningful one. Next up, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles is the page of earth signs, and earth signs include Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, as the suit of Pentacles corresponds to the element of earth, in case you didn't know. So December shows us that there is an earth sign that is rather young and a little naive, that's looking to you to vibe with you, to hang out with you, and to spend time with you. They find you to be someone who is very attractive and very interesting, and they're an option. So you may even be in a relationship, group 4, and still watching this video, and it just kind of flatters you a little bit. It strokes your ego for a moment when someone is into you and just showing you that you've still got it. And it's okay. We can all have those little moments, even when we're in a relationship, where we're like, yeah, you know what? I am not completely dried up. So next up, we have the Four of Pentacles. This shows us here that you're stingy with your time and your resources, all right? You are not here to share too much of yourself because you've done it in the past. You've been there, done that, group number 4. And it left you heartbroken, it left you traumatized, it left you feeling like you gave way too much to people who did not appreciate it. So the rite of passage to your energy and your time and your heart is that it must be earned. It must be proven that you are trustworthy. Otherwise, we are not doing it, group number 4. And I think it's great that you're doing this, because the Page of Pentacles can have tendencies to be a little childish and a little bit just behind emotionally because they're so on their grind. So just picture some of these entrepreneur gurus on Instagram that are telling you, okay, you know, when you wake up this morning, what you're going to do is first you're going to found an LLC, and then you're going to find a drop shipper by 9 a.m. and build your website before noon, and then you're going to connect these two, and then you're already going to start taking orders in the afternoon, and your store will have already launched and had 6-figure sales, and then by the evening you're going to invest all of that in your real estate and stock portfolio. You get the vibe that I'm talking about. That is what I mean with like a little immature, a little bit too heavily on their grind in a way that is just like eye roll. And here within the Hanged Man reverse, it is kind of cute and it's funny to see and to watch. And I see that December is definitely a month of observation for you, romantically speaking. You're not going to make any huge or big commitments. And the Hanged Man reverse just shows us here that you aren't afraid to see things from other people's perspectives, and also to be open to some new connections, even if they seem like they're not the one right off the bat. It's okay. You don't need everybody to be your potential husband, to be your potential ever partner. You can still be friends. Now, the Strength card reverse actually shows us here that when it comes to love, you can finally take a little seat and not have to worry so much about it because you've been strong for such a long time. Sometimes the strongest people just need a safe space to vent, to be themselves, and also to be able to rely on the fact that the people who are around them do love them and care about them and not have to question it. So the secure relationships you already have in your life and the people who you're already kind of seeing, romantically speaking, that you can tell are safe are the ones that you will spend the most time with, because the Magician reverse shows that you don't have another talking stage in you. You don't have another stage of investigating someone's intention in you. Like, the month of December is just a month of, in a way, decision fatigue, romantically speaking, because you don't want to make another decision. You don't want to spend your time figuring out if someone's intentions are pure or not. You simply either feel it or you don't. Either they're transparent or they're not, but you're not wasting your time running after anyone. And the Empress shows really great divine feminine soft kind of energy where you know that you will attract what's right for you, and anything that isn't meant for you, you will let be. You are not going to gravitate towards anyone. You're not running towards anyone. You are allowing the people to come to you. It's like catching bees with honey. Okay, what you're doing is you are just smearing the honey all around you and you're allowing them to come, or the sugar or whatever it is that they get out of the plants before, I guess, they turn it into honey by regurgitating it. But anyways, you guys get what I'm trying to say. This is not a bio channel. You guys get the gist. So you're just making yourself attractive and available to opportunity of all sorts, but you're not seeking it out, and you don't have any kind of vibe or air of desperation because you don't need that. You simply don't. You're a master manifester. The Six of Swords shows us here like you're traveling on this boat to enough land. And what is enough land, you may ask, group number 4? Well, it is a sacred land. It is a place where you have left the scarcity land of feeling like, well, will I find someone? Shouldn't I try to more actively put myself out there? Shouldn't I chase a little bit or show some interest? No, you are in enough land where you know your presence is enough. You are steering towards the shores of enough land, already understanding and vibing with the energies of this place, knowing that your energy and you being in a space with another person, especially romantically, that is the privilege. Them having access to your time and also your divine knowledge, that is the privilege. Them being able to make use of your intuition because you can feel when they're not well, or you can feel when something is about to happen in their life and you can warn them about it because you see it. You have clairvoyant and psychic tendencies. That is priceless. And in enough land, you understand that even giving someone access to that, you should be charging. And in a way you are, because nobody is allowed to enter your space in December that doesn't pay the entry fee of, respect. mutual understanding and care, and also being generous. And I'm not just talking about funds, I'm talking about generosity with time, with availability, with emotion, with openness, with making sure you're never guessing where you stand. The Seven of Swords shows us here and that you are done kind of playing this game of finding out where the treasure is. You know, we've got this kind of treasure map situation, we've got this mask that's fallen, and you see a lot of your exes for who they are and the fact that they were clowns, but you bought an entry ticket to the circus, so can you really complain? Group number 4, seeing this clearly and then merging to enough land in the Six of Swords is the best thing that could have happened to you here in December, because it means you see clearly where you maybe made mistakes, where you maybe allowed people to overstep boundaries, to overstay their welcome, which will help you to never let that happen again. And here within legacy, I see that romantically speaking, when you are interested in another person, you are thinking a legacy. You are thinking, who is going to be the parent of my children, even fur babies? Like, who am I going to build this empire with? And when I look at the person across me, am I proud of them? Do I feel like I can build a legacy with them? So you are selecting the finest individuals in the sense of the most eloquent ones, the ones that you feel have the best potential. You're doing all that from December onwards. I see very empowered energy for you, group number 4, and just looks okay. If they look great, that's awesome, but you want someone who cares, who provides, who protects, who isn't just a good-looking statue, if you will. And in Embrace Your Emotions, I see that December brings you a time where your emotions are being accepted by the people around you. That's when you know you're with a good person, when they accept your emotions, when it doesn't make them uneasy or queasy or even angry. Oh my God, that's the biggest red flag. When you're expressing your emotions and the person you're expressing them towards gets mad at them because it kind of ticks at an insecurity that they have, it itches them in an unhealed place, and then they get mad at you. Like, run. If you ever experience this romantically speaking, run for the hills, girls. This is not it, and it's only going to get worse. And chances are that person is a huge narcissistic man-child. Next up, we've got look to your inner strength. So group 4, you're stronger than you realize. And I think we have been sold this weak imagery, or partially weaker gender imagery, especially if we identify as women, that makes us feel like there are certain things we can't do or certain things that we're not strong at. And that is just such a lie. And I have also come to realize that, and you will realize it with self-reflection, growth, time, age, and experience. So many times where you maybe thought that having a man or a partner in your life will help you, when you reflect back on it, you're like, actually all they did was make life more challenging. Actually all they did was just make it harder to focus, was just distract me, was just bring more issues, and actually not give me what I needed in that moment. And I just want you to understand here for December that these type of self-reflections can be super empowering when you come to this understanding that, wow, I am actually really strong. I never needed anyone, so I'm going to choose someone that makes my life better. And as soon as I can tell this is a situation in which the person just doesn't get that they either need to elevate me or leave, then I leave. Then I am the person who packs my things and says, you know, I am in enough land, and in enough land, I'm not putting up with anyone's unhealed traumas that they're just trying to dump on me. In enough land, I am only dealing with people who elevate me in my life, not people who diminish it. And if you agree with that, group number 4, leave a little unicorn emoji below in the comment section. That way you'll also let me and others know that you chose group 4 and that you were here, that you enjoyed your reading. So I'm just going to take a little sip of tea, group number 4, my remaining little sippy of tea. You guys have completely sold me out of my iridescent white teacups, but you know, I've got pinky pink ones and also really gorgeous yellow ones left, so check those out below in the description box. And furthermore, if you guys would like to book a one-on-one session with me on December 1st, which is the only day where I am actually doing these one-on-one tarot readings for you via Zoom or Google Meets, then make sure you check out the link below. These spots are very limited because, as I told you, I'm taking one day of this entire year to do this. You will be able to ask me questions, explain your situation, and I will conduct your tarot reading live right in front of you, and we can talk about anything that you need help and guidance with. So if this is like something you've always thought would help you, if you've always thought, man, if only I could ask Vanessa and have her pull a couple cards, then this is your time to get a one-on-one with me, because I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I'll see how it goes. I'll see how you guys like it. Maybe I will take on some ongoing clients and make it like a reoccurring thing. But for now, December 1st is the only date that is confirmed where you can receive these one-on-ones. And as mentioned, it could be about love. It could be coaching. Maybe you want to publish a tarot or oracle deck and you need help with that. Perhaps you are going through a challenging time in your life. Perhaps you would like a 2024 prediction to prepare you for the upcoming year and to also let you know what's coming towards you and how you can prepare for it. So group number 4, all the info for that is below in the description box. So I'd like to thank you for being here and for spending this divine time and space with me. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings.